6 months later.
So, how about the loading screens in this game?
Yeah, 6 months of loading screens. I thought that was excessive.
Yeah, I know.
I
love the
screens are much better if you turn off VSync, which I think Josh should do before we play next time.
I don't want to.
Just look at that security camera. Look at the writing on the lens of that security camera. They bothered to put that in there. There's just like the little details like that really make this game world feel real.
Huh. Well, apparently, millions and billions of dollars on these augmentations was not really worth it because our UI sucked. What's up with the HUD?
This is Microsoft. You have automatic updates turned on.
Oh,
you need to roll back
where's
to your
the restart? How do I restart my augmentations?
Okay, you need to reboot.
Look,
first of all, you need to reboot and go into
restore?
safe mode. And then use system restore.
I'm bringing up a walkthrough on Yahoo Answers. Hold on.
Okay.
You know, it's actually a moot point because you can increase your performance if you just switch to the Serif XP
on the way over.
setup. It uses less memory.
Something's wrong with my retinal display. Can you fix it?
So here's one of the biggest peeves I have with the game, which is that the not like specifically scripted character animations for conversations look really, really, really stupid. What is he doing? Why is he dancing? What is this? Is he doing like half of the robot?
He's shuffling.
Exactly. You are half a robot, so he's doing half the robot to mock you. He's a prick.
I know. Radicals have.
It's even worse when you have conversations with Malik, who I think it's the most visible on.
You know, it didn't bother me, but I guess I was comparing it to like Oblivion at the time. I was so worried I'd get in here, or even the original Deus Ex when you talk to people and they just stand at attention and look straight at you like they're challenging you to a staring contest. And if you're going to have an NPC this big on the screen, you need to keep them moving around to get rid of that uncanny valley effect. Now, having said that, yeah, you're right. This animation could probably be a little less like he's just hopped up on caffeine and can't hold still.
Yeah.
Although, you know, it's Pritchard, so he probably has replaced most of the fluids in his body with caffeine by now.
He's probably,
so this is the dialogue system here. And I like this better than the BioWare conversation wheel.
Yes.
Because you can still do stuff that you can have with like the normal, just like pick the dialogue line.
Let's face it, you'd just been fired from.
I think the problem with the BioWare conversation wheel is its rigidity. Rigidity. Whatever.
God damn,
whatever.
Josh.
The point is, if Sarah had listened,
learn to English.
You can only have like 3 options on it, and then 3 more investigative options.
You really feel like continuing?
Yeah, the dialogue actually in this game is pretty unimpeachable, in my opinion. I can't think of a single instance of it not really working or not like being exactly like giving me exactly the options I wanted.
So,
right, I never picked an option and like, wait a minute, that's the opposite of what I said. I tried to say that I'm not working. Yeah. I just said that I'm not working with Cerberus, and my character said, oh, I'm only working for them temporarily.
So this room is also pretty funny. Got a whole bunch of Easter eggs in here, like the Final Fantasy 27 poster.
I love it.
Yes.
And
now they have to use that.
This has to be a reference to something, but I don't know what it is.
Oh, there's an actual photograph. Somebody did this on the internet. They lined up a bunch of monitors like that. But where did Pritchard get these now 40-year-old CRT monitors? You realize what ancient relics these things are in his world? And he's got like a matched set of a dozen of them. And then he's got a Tron cycle here he's working on in his office. Like, oh, you get that... He gets that motorcycle fixed up, and then what are you going to do? Ride it through the lobby?
I really wish now that there was like a mounted segment where you'd have to drive that motorcycle.
Just an Assassin's Creed 2 out of nowhere, never mentioned again, motorcycle segment.
Josh, get in gear, because if you dick around too much, they will screw you. You know, there's that hostage situation developing, and if you let it like, get out of control, they actually start killing hostages.
You're kidding. I screwed around here forever. Oh, I love this city view. I screwed around here forever. I didn't have them killing hostages.
Man, Detroit sure looks orange.
Yeah, you mess around for a long time, but it happened.
Detroit passed the Orange Act, where everything must be orange at one point.
For your return aren't all that auspicious.
Seraph didn't really tell me much.
Yes, the city is now a slave to.
Why are you wearing your sunglasses? Take your goddamn sunglasses off. Come on.
Are you kidding? If my sunglasses had a HUD, I would never take them off.
But doesn't he have like
sunglasses until like 3/4 of the way through?
I know it's supposed to be symbolic, but he just looks dumb with sunglasses inside all the time.
You know,
and I thought the HUD was on his eyeballs. Like, I mean, doesn't he have? Doesn't he? Like, I mean, his eyes are optical implants.
Right.
Why would you have optical implants and then put on sunglasses that had a HUD?
In the original Deus Ex, there's actually a moment, you know, J.C. Denton wears sunglasses through the entire game, never ever takes them off. And when you arrive at UNATCO headquarters, there's a retinal scanner.
Oh, that's right.
And the guy even says, just come on in, the retinal scanner can read your prints right through your sunglasses. Why are you going down?
Yeah. And then when you
I need
go
to go to the helipad.
Battery Park, and you meet your partner Anna. She's like, sunglasses. And then
I forgot. You need to you see him in the helipad first. That's right.
But you know, in Deus Ex, it made sense because your big thing was that your eyes were augmented. I mean, clearly augmented.
Right.
Like, if you see yourself without your glasses, you have like glowing pupils.
Yeah, you have glowing blue eyes.
Yeah,
couldn't they make them not glow? I mean, it definitely gives you away as an aug.
Yeah, Jensen's eyes are just like a yellowish green. This chopper does not look roomy enough for 3 people to be in.
Welcome back, Jensen.
Hello,
Didn't think
Malik.
we'd see you around here for a while yet.
You know how
What?
it goes,
You're
man.
suddenly...
Duty calls.
Your arms were not crossed, and then suddenly there were.
That Seraph just referred to like this incident, this possibly fatal hostage situation as a PR nightmare, without sounding like a suitcase-bearing, like card-wearing
Roger that.
CEO Jack.
Oh, how
I don't know where I'm going.
inconvenient.
Got the plant surrounded.
Yes, if those hostages were murdered by terrorists, there will be
You all set
so
here?
much
Because the sooner we take
paperwork.
off, the better it will be for everyone.
Yeah. And I
No, I want to dick around for several more minutes. I want to mess around with the water cooler.
I want to go in and push the button of the water cooler for 10 straight minutes. Can I ride up front with you, Malik, please?
Did you remember the one?
I've been a good little junior pilot.
Pritchard will mention it if you wandered in the ladies' room.
Yes, he will. I made sure of
Oh, he
that. I
does?
tested that.
Right, that was the first thing you do. Is wander in
Yeah.
the women's room, so you could like check that they bothered to do that.
Because that was in the original Deus Ex. That's like another reason that Deus Ex 2 failed. Nobody ever chastised you for going in the women's restroom. I don't even know if there were restrooms in that game.
I don't know.
Deus Ex 2 was...
Yeah, I was under the impression that the Deus Ex series had these like weird parallels with the Matrix, where the first one was good and it had no sequels at all whatsoever.
As long as she pulls you out the minute I'm gone.
Yes.
What am I looking at here? Who are these guys?
Yeah, well, although Deus Ex 2, you could argue, given the size of the levels, that it was basically one restroom.
You buy that?
It was, the game worlds were that small.
Yeah, I
was
hear
like a
Cairo's
series of
really
linked
really spacious, Shame.
Boone?
You should go there
Cairo-
sometime.
No, Cairo is about the size of my house. Only not quite as roomy.
I know you and Megan.
There is more clutter in like one.
So you're saying that
than there is in all of Deus Ex 2. It's very sterile.
That's him there.
So you're saying that they made the pyramids to compensate for the fact that Cairo was the size of your house?
Inside our plant.
All right.
Well,
So how do you want me to handle this?
First
Zeke
priority is the
Sanders.
typhoon.
I'm sorry, that's an intrinsically funny name, Zeke Sanders.
I know it is. Ezekiel Sanders.
I'll defer to you.
I expect him to like sell me chicken and talk about the Bible
nice.
all at the same time.
They don't write
So-
his on his profile.
So I'm going to do something
Yes.
funny here for a comfort playthrough, which is to get a non-lethal weapon, because they're way better than all the guns in this game.
Don't wake up and warn their
Yes,
plans.
my favorite weapon for
remember
both
what
Deus
it's
Ex
like in
1
there?
and Deus
Lot of tight
Ex
enclosed
Human
hallways.
Revolution
But the labs
is a
themselves
silence
are pretty
pistol.
open.
That's the way
High
through the game.
ceilings.
Headshot, headshot,
So,
headshot, the
You
victory.
want something you can use from a distance?
That's not
We're up close.
non-lethal. Oh yeah, well, but the point I was making is you start off the early game with whatever trank weapon you
Yeah.
can get your hands on, and then later, if you want to go lethal, you graduate to the pistol.
So here's the question I've got for you: stun gun or tranq rifle? Now I used the tranquilizer
God.
rifle and got really good at it in my original
I-
playthrough, but the stun gun's also pretty freaking awesome at short
They're
range.
both awesome. I don't understand why we can't have both, but fine.
Yeah, why don't
Um,
you just give us all of the equipment, Mr.
I would say
Sheriff
get
Man?
I would say get the rifle for now, just because.
Give me
Just
something with
because
distance.
if you
If I
do
get
the
too
short
close,
range
I'll
stun
take you out
gun, if you
personally.
mess up,
Just
you are
try
now
not to
in a
break
lethal
anything
situation,
expensive.
and you're
Yeah.
you're,
Okay,
you're
okay,
doing
hold
a
on.
close-up fight.
I
Picture
took the
will tell
trank
you
rifle
more
and
as
I
you
couldn't
go
do
in.
jack shit with
I've
it.
got 'em running comms.
Yeah, I did it wrong
else?
as well. I
Keep your
didn't
eyes
quite
open
have
for
the
hostages. Free 'em if
pop-up
you can, but
mechanics
sight
down. You
food
have
is
to
your
pop
number
out.
one
It looks like you
priority.
can just shoot around the
We
corner
developed it
and
for
it'll
the
just
Alpha
sail
Day
off into
agencies,
nowhere.
and if we don't
But
deliver
if you
to them
can
in
Well,
time,
pop out
that's
and
why you
headshot
don't
them.
use the tranquilizer rifle
I'm sure you'll get the
from
job
cover
done
if you
right.
can help it, because it's got
Yeah.
the distance to go way farther.
But you think, see, I think I want to do that because that's how you steady yourself, right? That's how
Yeah.
you get the accurate shots. So the game kind of like leads you to believe that you need to do that. I like how Megan's supposed to be your girlfriend in this game, and all the fans love Malik, the pilot. Like,
Well,
nobody
that's
could
because
give
Megan
a crap about
disappears
Megan.
for like 90% of the game.
And when you
Also,
rescue
'cause
her,
she's an
nobody-
interesting non-character.
yeah, she
Yeah,
is
exactly. She just
bland.
disappears.
And nobody cares. Nobody cares. Oh, I rescued you. Oh, just so you know, I'm not really trying to rescue you.
Alright,
I'm
looking
just
at
here
people
shooting
through the
dudes.
scope. What's up?
Does this bug you?
Yeah, apparently it does bug them.
Yeah, these guys will not hesitate to completely end your shit if you step out of line.
So I don't remember if we get anything from talking to these guys. I don't think we do, so we'll
You
just
don't.
skip it.
No. Just skip
Pain
it.
pills.
But oh, what's happened is the terrorists have attacked one of our. Did we even
Oops.
talk about what Jensen does? Jensen is not a secret agent.
Okay, that needs to
Jensen
change.
is. Jensen
is a security guy, so
He's
Yeah.
basically a really high-ranking security guard for a corporation that makes augmentation.
he's Worf. He's the chief of security for Seraph
Yeah.
Industries. And he gets to prove how badass people are by getting thrown through glass windows and stuff when the enemy of the week
Yes.
shows up.
So this is sort of an interesting take on the concept of like the private security firm, like, you know, making sure that the proper authorities don't get to the scene of a disaster but trying to handle it themselves, like so that their company
Right.
can save face. Except we're
This
the
guy is usually
doing
a bad
it, so
guy.
we,
Yeah.
You know, so it seems like, you know, we're supposed to sympathize with them a little bit. At the very least, it's much more interesting this way.
Yeah, because this is usually a bad guy, and you're usually the police trying to stop the guy from hiding the evidence or doing the dirty work of the corporation. I liked that you were in this non-government role, that you weren't
Yeah.
a super spy secret agent. I thought that was pretty cool.
So we're gonna do something kind of crazy for a spoiler warning playthrough and try for stealth. I don't know if it's gonna work. And if it doesn't, I'm not gonna do like save scumming and get
Right.
like 100% stealth.
I
or anything
never
like
saw that little tunnel or that little air vent there. I missed that on my 2.5 playthroughs.
Yeah, it's not even good to go through. So we're going to.
Yeah, this
go
climbing up is
here.
how I went in. This is another callback to the original Deus Ex, where the way into the Statue of Liberty is pile up some boxes and climb ladders, and suddenly you're on easy mode. Oh, look, electricity all over. Somebody spilled electricity on the floor. So we have to go around.
Terrible
this does
polluters. Yeah, this is the most annoying thing about the...
And it happens a lot in this game world. There's just electricity spilled
high enough
everywhere.
that they won't hear me.
Richard.
And you have to you have to find some way that either the developers intended, or that you're pretty sure the developers didn't intend because it looks stupid, but it works.
Oh, goody. I'll be sure to take notes. The Typhoon is in the factoring labs. There's an elevator just past the
This is
assembly
clever.
labs that will
Like
take
where
you to it.
Jensen basically chews Pritchard out for not doing his job and sealing off the
Yeah.
vents.
Yep. I thought that was a nice
I hate
touch,
the
rather
ladders in
than.
this game. I really
Yes,
get annoyed
I
by the
don't like
ladders
that
in this game.
either. And the camera tries to be all cool. Whoosh! Look at you going down a ladder. Like,
Every
please
game
don't make a
handles
big
ladders
deal out of
differently.
this. Yeah.
Some of them have it so you get on the ladder and you
That's
press
not a
S to
skill
move
book, that's a
down.
newspaper.
Some of them have you continue pressing W so that you move
there
in a
anything in
linear
here?
path. Some of them have you press W if you're looking down, or S if you're looking up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I always get on
Everybody
the
is-
ladder, get so I have my feet on it, then climb back up because I pressed the wrong key.
Yep. Same. You think you know how this game's gonna work. Alright, this is gonna be one that's based on which way I'm No, here I am at the top again. Shoot him! Shoot his head! Shoot him in the noggin.
I'm trying to remember. Okay. I'm gonna
Head
take this
shooting.
guy out and then take the guy. Oh, he can see me.
Well done. And guess how useful the trank gun is against enemies who know you're there?
I just got him.
That's right, as useful as a robo fart in their faces.
I like how they still suffer from. You didn't need to knock that guy out.
Yeah, well, I wanted to. Okay, I think we're clear and nobody can see us here.
Slow down there, Tex. You got a limited number of darts here. Severely limited.
Well, I do have a 10mm pistol
Same.
now. Oh,
Are we gonna call that a callback
Oh.
to the original Deus Ex? Because in the beginning of Deus Ex, it's the same thing. You talk to Alex Denton.
that was an
and
almost
he's like,
stealth playthrough.
that was pretty good. Really, that's about as far as I get without safe scumming. In the previous game, they're like, all right, we want you to take out all the terrorists in the Statue of Liberty. And there's like 24 of them. Okay, I'll
But
give
we
you
only have
a
6
rocket
trank darts.
Here's 6 trank darts. Let us know how it turns out. It's so terrible.
Here's your stun
It's-
prod. You can use this. You get about enough juice to like power a cell phone for 2 seconds, and you can
Yep.
use that on all of the terrorists in New York.
So
Yeah,
this is
luckily,
pretty
you
funny.
Could find,
Oh.
You could find a baton,
These guys are-
which
oh, they're
can knock people out instantly when applied to their spinal cord, which seems like it should have been standard issue.
Aw.
Because it requires
How did I
zero
alert
power
these
to be used
guys?
infinitely. You can pick up a baton off the corpse of a police officer, like a little bit down from the starting docks, that will take you to the end of the game if you treat it right.
So these guys are supposed. I liked this scene originally because one of these guys was like just standing at this this window here, and yelling, and the other guy was like messing with this turret. And you could just like take this guy at the turret out while the other guy didn't even pay any attention. I don't think there's anything on these computers either.
I seem to
It's
recall
so
that
weird. I'm
fight
used
with
to
Jax.
I'm used to hacking every computer, but I know that like oh well obviously we can't do that for this playthrough because
That would get way old.